Hello, welcome to TJD, episode 58. We watch Split.
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
Yeah, Split, the 2016, right? It was 2016. No, 17. It was 7. It came out this year.
What?
Split came out this year.
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking at it. I'm saying in shock.
Perhaps it came out this
No,
year.
January 20th, 2017.
Okay, then it must be 2017.
I'm just saying it felt like it came out last year. It feels like an older movie to me. But yes, 2017. Starring James McAvoy, directed by M. Night
Shyamalan.
I know. I'm just making a joke. Gosh. Lighten up, Jake.
I'm light.
No, you're not. Dealing with... I don't want to give too much of the plot away. But you're dealing with a deranged man that is James McAvoy, who kidnaps 3 teenage girls. And you deal with their point of view where they're being held hostage, and then also going through the mental state that is James McAvoy.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
before we get into spoilers, which, since this is a brand new film and we need to talk about it right up front, if you haven't seen this movie, turn off the pod. Unless you don't care, then listen away. But otherwise, turn it off now. Go watch it. Go spank the monkey, then watch it. Go mow the lawn and listen to it while you're mowing the lawn. Do whatever you need to.
Do you need a moment?
Yes. Anyways, spoilers, right?
Yes.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. Turn it off right now.
Okay. So Split actually deals with, for those of you still listening, him and his 23 other personalities. I should say Kevin's 23 other personalities, because there are 24, including Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. James McAvoy is a beast. And I'm not...
Literally?
Yeah, I was like, wait. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, let's just say at the top, pro McAvoy.
Yes.
Yes.
McAvoy fucking destroys this movie.
Okay, so I wasn't able to fact check it, but supposedly Joaquin Phoenix was up for this role, but contract negotiations fell through.
He has acting chops. Like, if you watch The Master, he's a dude that'll get super method, like, into a character and just let it become a part of his personality for a little bit. But it's one of those, I can't imagine anyone else doing it, but I can't say that Joaquin couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Because they're both talented actors, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now, could Heath Ledger have done this film?
I mean, he's been dead for a long time.
You're talking about guys who are method actors, and I'm meaning, like, Heath Ledger got into the mind of the Joker, and supposedly that's what killed him.
That's not what killed him.
I know, it was drugs, but...
His sister came out and said that story was bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not gonna... God, now we're gonna talk about Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was a good actor, and you could say that he was method, but he'd only, I think, been that way for a couple of things. Like, he was getting into the fanatical, like, I'm gonna let this role consume me type of mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So he did Brokeback Mountain, he did Dark Knight, like, he was getting into that headspace, but... You know, his earlier stuff, do you really think that he was getting method with...
Are you saying he wasn't
10 Things I Hate About You?
method in A Knight's Tale?
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I like Heath Ledger. I think he was a great actor, and I'm not going to shit on his legacy or anything like that, but I couldn't speculate as to what he could have done.
I mean, I think Ben Affleck was a better method actor than him early on.
Than Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Have you seen Mallrats?
Yes. Well, parts of it. Parts with Ben Affleck. He's awful.
Okay.
Have you seen Phantoms? It's awful.
No. I heard he was the bomb in Phantoms.
Actually, he was probably the best part, but that movie sucked.
Oh, that scares the shit out of me.
And Liev Schreiber's in that film.
That's unfortunate. Alright. McAvoy, though, like...
Yes. Amazing. Like, he steals every scene. Like,
he has a personality with a Boston accent. He has a female British version. He has
a kid.
a kid. Like it's etc. Like he does so many weird things, but what's jarring is watching him do it on the fly. Like he can bounce between them, and he'll change like his mannerisms,
his facial expression.
He'll change his facial expressions.
His whole facial muscle just changes. Like
Yeah.
when he goes from Barry to Dennis in like that 5 seconds, just
Patricia's super relaxed as well, but
Well, even when you think it might be Barry when he's dressed up in Barry's clothes, he looks like Dennis. Like when he's faking like
Right.
he's Barry, but he's got that look on his face, and you're like,
yeah,
that's Dennis.
He's talking like Barry, but he's also like doing things that
That are
Dennis would
Dennis.
do. He's adjusting candy dishes and looking around, and he's very meticulous. Whereas Barry isn't that. And I don't know, the movie kind of unravels all these different, they're characters. It's just a different type of character because it's one person, but they really feel like different people.
yeah.
When you get what he probably acts about 8 of them out. You really only get to see about 8.
I think he was credited with 8. Yeah. Because he had Jade. You saw Barry. You saw.
Did you want to explain them?
Okay, so Jade appears to be a feminine one.
Yeah.
Diabetic.
Yeah.
Type 2. Which is a type you can prevent? Is
2.
it 2?
One's the one you're born with, I believe.
Okay. I'm not
or,
sure.
Or
so.
you develop it through heredity.
Yeah. And I thought 2 was one that can onset by like poor eating or whatever.
Yeah. You can reverse it too, though.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Then there was Barry, who was the fashion designer, and the one they called the extrovert leader. So he was the one the rest of the group had put in charge until his personality gets overthrown.
Right. There's
Kevin, who was the original guy before all the personalities split. It was Kevin. You have Dennis, who is the uptight, like meticulous. Everything has to be in exact order. Maybe even the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You had Patrice or Patricia.
Patricia,
who is like, I would guess like the mother of them, or like a headmistress, I would say.
Like she's very calm.
But she can fly off on a handle. So, then you had Hedwig, who was the little kid, the 9-year-old inside of him. I'm just gonna let that sit. You had the Beast, who is the 24th and final one that we know of, and he's like this indestructible. Well, not totally indestructible, but very has a very high tolerance of pain,
right.
And like acts on animalistic instincts. And then you had the one other who I know you saw his name. I think his name was Oliver.
But he the one who was talking about like religion or something.
Yeah,
like that.
he was
kind of
he was going into religion and different history facts and all that.
I thought it was Wilhelm or something.
Was it Wilhelm?
I don't remember.
It was something.
You only see it for a minute.
Yeah, you see him on the computer and then he comes out a little bit at a different time, but that's it. You barely see him. But yeah, he's some book nerd kind of thing. But yeah, those are the 8 that he's credited with. So,
dude, I would have loved to have seen table reads for this.
I bet it was entertaining.
Now with this film, they have already announced a sequel is coming because this film made bank. It was a $9 million budget and it made over $100 million. I have the exact figures. I just didn't think I was going to say them this early, so I didn't have them in front of me. Yeah, $9 million budget made $275 million.
That's great.
Yeah,
it's good to see. Like Shyamalan came into his own when we were teens.
Yeah,
I don't even know if we were. Sixth Sense came out in what, 98?
99, I thought.
Still, I would be 12.
Yeah, like 99, 2000.
We were kids. We were younger. Like
adolescent.
Those early Shyamalan movies were like awesome. Like I fucking loved them. I loved The Sixth Sense. I loved Signs. Like
I hated Signs.
you hated Signs.
I wasn't a fan of Signs either.
Okay. Okay, would you say Signs is better than a lot of the shit that followed?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But I was not a fan of Signs.
Unbreakable. Like he had a streak that was pretty fucking great. And then it died. Like
You had Lady in the Water. You had The Happening.
The Village.
The
Yeah,
Village.
The
Oh my
Village.
gosh, what a big letdown that was.
like it's what the fuck happened?
I think he got too full of himself. I really do. I think he was like, I can do
Or
anything.
did it,
Because I can come up with a twist and everyone will love it, no matter what it is.
well, here's the other thing I think it might be though. They literally had a magazine or something like Time or something that he was on the cover of where they called him the next Spielberg.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, would that not crumble you? Like, that pressure has to be fucking unreal.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to defend him, and say that he didn't fuck up and, it's not all on him, but like, I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't know enough of the story to be like, oh, he got arrogant.
All I know is he likes filming in Philadelphia.
Yeah, definitely. But it's good to see something that reminds you of the talent that used to be
You know
there.
what film where I did see his talent kind of coming through back was Devil?
He didn't direct that.
Oh, he produced it, didn't he?
wrote it.
He wrote it?
But,
No, story, it
but
says.
producing's not directing.
But he at least wrote the story for it, so you could say, hey, even though, yes, he didn't direct this, he had a major influence on the film because the story was his.
You can produce in all these different capacities. I don't even know how... It's one of those things that I couldn't really comment on how directly responsible he was for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you're saying. Like, I didn't hate Devil. I think Devil kind of got slaughtered by critics, but I didn't think it was a bad movie.
But compared to, like, I would rather watch that over Lady in the Water or
Yes.
The Happening.
or The Happening or The Village. The Village is, like, to me, it was slow. And then there was no payoff.
The Village was the ultimate cock tease of a movie.
Well, that was the first one that kind of strayed from
Yep.
the winning, streak.
Yeah.
I remember being so crushed, like let down.
I was
confused because I'm a kid. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I just watched a 2-hour movie about people in the woods for no fucking reason.
In a national park, yeah.
Well, the whole thing was predicated upon the fact, and this is how they marketed the movie, that there are monsters in the village and they're going, they're going to get you.
They're doing some freaky shit, and you're like, okay.
If I remember right, weren't they all just like having a giant orgy or something? Or am I thinking of a different film?
That's
I
not
don't-
this movie.
I don't
Okay.
think there was an orgy.
No,
You were watching Cinemax.
My bad. Village Triple X. My bad. Where Vin Diesel shows up in the village.
Oh my god. Better movie. Maybe?
I think I might go for just regular Village. Then. I need Vin Diesel fucking sucking at acting in a porno.
Well, I meant it was like the village, but then all of a sudden, like, he's Triple X. Remember that?
Yeah.
Terrible. Okay. You said a porno. I wasn't talking about the porno anymore.
I see.
Yeah.
So there's okay.
So he's like being an action hero in a scary movie.
Okay.
Quote unquote.
But Cinemax.
Yes. It's a channel.
Oh my god. We just got lost in our own fucking shitty joke. That's sad.
Or After Earth. Who can forget After Earth?
I can.
Will Smith?
Yeah,
mean
that
that
was
movie
directed
about
by
Scientology?
Shyamalan.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hid that fucking.
Oh, yeah, that's
didn't-
right, yeah.
You didn't hear that shit in the
No,
commercials.
you heard Will Smith.
He's like,
Jaden
"Do you want to
Smith.
put my name on that?" They're like,
No,
"No,
Shyamalan."
you shut the fuck up. Your name's not going on shit. It's poison." So the
was
whole
that film any good? Anyways,
After Earth?
Yeah,
I never saw it. I know it's about Scientology.
really.
I believe so.
I thought it was based off a book.
Spoiler alert, if you get Will Smith and Jaden Smith in your movie, it's probably maybe something about Scientology.
So The Pursuit of Happiness is about Scientology.
Okay, that's... Name another movie they're in together.
Just the two of us music video.
That's a movie. A music video's a movie.
Hey, Michael Jackson tried.
Shut the fuck up. My train of thought it's dead. It died.
Just like in Unbreakable?
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I ruined that movie, too.
It's the first 5 minutes of the film. I didn't say anything about the rest of the film.
The Last Airbender.
Oh, yeah. People were pissed about that.
I was pissed about that. I was a huge fan of the television series.
I didn't see it, so I didn't care.
So
fucked it up.
So I saw the previews for this, the trailer. I was so intrigued by McAvoy. Like, my brother and I had this conversation. I go, it's Shyamalan. And he's like, oh, shit. And it was basically, you could tell from the trailer. I said to him, he's going to kill it. Like, I don't know if the movie's going to suck. I don't know what's going to happen, but McAvoy is balls deep in this movie. And we should fucking see it. And we went, and holy shit. Like, I was blown away.
This was one I wanted to see after I heard word of mouth. Was so good. I was like, damn, I need to go see this. But I don't know. I just never had a chance to go see it. I know you kept building it up, saying how great it was. But I just personally was never able to go out and see it.
I mean, it's a hard sell, too. Like, when I was telling people, like, Shyamalan, like, that movie's good, they're like, are you fucking crazy? I'm like, no.
You just said Shyamalan.
Yeah, but it turned into, like, trust me. Like, I told people, if you go and you're disappointed, I will fucking pay for your ticket.
I mean, at a certain point, like, I got burned so many times.
I know.
Like, literally pretty much everything after Unbreakable that I went and saw, I was like, it just got progressively worse and worse and worse. Like, I went and saw The Village, Lady in the Water,
Happening.
The Happening, yeah.
Did you actually saw The Happening?
Yes, I
in
did.
theater?
Yes.
I saw The Happening in the theater.
Oh my gosh, why?
Saw it with my mom.
I was so, dude,
There was a point where my mom
pissed.
turns and goes, does this movie suck? I go, yeah. And she's just...
And you stayed.
Well, yeah, it's one of those, like, you're so soul crushed, I guess.
That you just stayed.
And I think by the time it dawned on you, it's probably the part where Mark Wahlberg, where the old lady's like, are you trying to kill me? And he's like, what? No! And you're like, oh my god. That's the moment where it hits you, and you're like, oh, this is stupid.
I think I heard somewhere that he said, I just wanted to try and play a teacher. Instead of trying to play like an action hero or anything like that. He's like, I just wanted to try and play a teacher. And it's like, well, you did a shitty job.
I just wanted to watch a Shyamalan movie that didn't suck balls. And you get it here.
Yeah. Didn't he have like a film a year or two before this that kind of got him also back on track called The Visit or something like that?
Oh, the one where it's like Hansel and Gretel putting kids in an oven. It's right up my alley. I never saw
Visit,
it, though.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Two siblings become increasingly frightened by their grandparents' disturbing behavior while visiting them on vacation. 55 Metacritic score, 6.2 IMDb.
So it didn't win the critics back necessarily,
No.
But still is probably better than a lot of those other films.
Shyamalan said he had this planned since Unbreakable.
And
really?
From what I read, he had Kevin in Unbreakable, but like cut him due to, and supposedly he still makes a cameo. You have to like, it's very blank and you miss it, and you would have had no clue.
Right.
But he had him planned, but he cut it just to focus on the two main leads.
You didn't want to put too much shit in one movie. Which, if that's true, bravo. Like, Jesus Christ.
And he just had to wait for the right actor, I guess.
Oh, he waited, 15 years?
Yeah. Ish, yeah.
16 years.
Fucking James McAvoy. Like,
yeah.
I saw him in Wanted, and I was like, wow, Wanted, that was a decent film. And then I saw him in X-Men, and I loved him as Professor X. But really, has he done anything else?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah, he did that one, what's that sappy fucking, Sense and Sensibility? Some movie like that.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch that.
I shouldn't know. And I don't. It's some movie like that. Pride and Prejudice, maybe?
And Zombies?
No, the regular one. The boring one. And probably the better one.
He was in Chronicles of Narnia.
Really?
Yeah.
What was he in Chronicles of Narnia?
Mr. Tumnus.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, he was the half goat thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I just said, "Oh, of course," as if anyone would know this.
Mr. Tumnus is a big character.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't read.
Whatever you call those things, he's the half goat thingy guy. Yeah, I forgot. But well, he's under so much makeup. How was I supposed to know that?
But other than that, I really don't see like a shit ton of stuff. I didn't see Pride and Prejudice on here.
Or Sense and Sensibility.
When was that done?
Jake.
It's something AD.
Something AD.
Yeah.
Sometime after he was born.
Yeah.
He was in Victor Frankenstein.
There you
Oh
go. I
god.
mixed them up.
That.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
I was like, are you
thought I
fucking
was serious? Yeah. You know that Pride and Prejudice like movie? Victor Frankenstein?
Oh my god.
Wasn't that with Daniel Radcliffe?
Yep.
I heard that was awful.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't good.
I mean, I can't judge. I haven't seen it. But
Back to McAvoy though, like he's so good. Like he lets these personas like inhabit him, and he brings a physicality that is like unparalleled. Oh my god, he's gonna be in Watership Down? Well, that's mandatory viewing. Get ready to get traumatized.
he was in Romeo and Juliet. Nice. Or he will be. Yeah, they're remaking Watership Down, and it will have.
Oh my
James
god, we
McAvoy.
have to pick that for the pod.
Why the fuck are they remaking that?
Why not?
They're like, hey, we got some kids that aren't fucked up.
It's a TV miniseries, by the way.
They're gonna show it on TV?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think the original was a miniseries too. You know how many people have been interviewed? They're like, that thing fucked me up for life. Why would you do it again? I think it's a conspiracy. There's a lot of therapists over in the UK that are like, listen, we need more patience.
The dude from Star Wars is gonna be in it too.
Which one?
Which one?
The black kid,
Oh,
John Boyega,
yeah.
Finn.
Good luck.
That has nothing to do with Split though.
Maybe they're a little twisted. And they're
which-
like, I'd like to be the voice that traumatizes children.
Which of you guys, or which personality did you guys enjoy the most of his?
It's got to be Hedwig.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Hedwig.
I think I kind of like Dennis the best.
Dennis has that like rigid, like he puts you on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't know what he's gonna do or what he's
and
capable
he's
of.
no nonsense, and he doesn't fuck around, and he might be a pedophile.
No, he is a pedophile.
They literally say he has a problem
Watching underage
girls dance.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. But he got that Patricia, I think, got him in line that she was like, no, you can't do that anymore. So, because he tried doing it once, and then the girl.
I'm sorry, are you arguing that this man's rehabilitated?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying you don't see that in the film because I'm just pointing out like they mention that,
Right.
but I think the reason you don't see it in the film is because Patricia
Keeps him in check.
keeps him in check. But I think I like Dennis the most because he does the best or tries the best at hiding the other ones, especially when talking to the psychiatrist.
He's the glue holding it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And the therapist even says, like, you're in charge.
Yeah, he was the first one to come about, they figure out, because his mom beat him so much when he was a kid that he had to keep everything tidy if he made a mess.
Right.
So they figured out he was the first one to come about.
So he has this rigid, very
Mm-hmm.
particular personality. Wants everything just the way it should be, and then mom will leave him alone.
Yeah, but Hedwig is a good one. I did enjoy Hedwig when he was on screen, but Dennis had that creep factor where he's just like, I don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Well, Hedwig's good because he's like the reprieve from the literal madness.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see the dopey smile, you're like, okay, nothing crazy should happen right now. And he's innocent. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's just he doesn't. I don't think he fully understands everything that's going on. He's just trying to appease all these other personalities.
Well, actually, I think he's only trying to appease the two. Because, like he said, he gets the two to become dominant because they don't pick on him.
Well, they said that he could be a part of what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to feel included.
He can come to the light anytime he wants.
So there's the big three, but he's like the most innocent of the three. I don't think...
But he did say he is recognizing he's done bad things to allow them.
But he's the only one that comes off as empathetic about any of it. The rest of them are just, we're doing our thing, and we don't really feel bad about it.
I think Barry's a little empathetic because he knows something bad is happening.
Barry's not one of the big three, is he?
Well, you mean of the big three.
Big three, yeah.
Sorry.
The ones that are running this thing, trying to get the beast going.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's
he's
Barry,
the only one who's
God damn it. It's Dennis, Patricia, and Hedwig.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right.
No, I think Barry's innocent. I think he's just another personality that is more outgoing and boisterous than all the other ones, but in terms of bringing the beast, I don't think Barry wants to.
No, I don't think any of them want to.
More pros? There was a hair.
Okay. I just was like, you're just swatting the air.
No, I took some acid.
Jesus.
You guys see that demon in the corner?
Now I do.
Is that Nerf football just talking to us?
Pros, I think the girls.
I think the main girl.
Casey was good.
Casey was very good.
And she's the girl from The Witch, or if you want to judge fonts for being terrible, the Vavitch. Because it looks like two fucking V's because someone fucked up and hopefully lost their job. You had one job to pick a W and you fucked it.
Was that movie any good?
Yes.
Because the trailer looked fucking awesome.
The Witch is a good, like, one and done. Like, I don't know that The Witch is one that you're ever going to be like, oh, let's watch The Witch. Like, because it's kind of slow, but it's fucked. Like, completely fucked.
The Vavitch?
Yeah, the Vavitch. But no, I like The Witch, and it's an Alamo movie, so check it out.
I'd watch it, yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be back for the sequel as well. Casey.
Oh, I thought you... they're making a sequel to The Vavitch?
Yeah, it's called The Vavitch.
Get your font ready. No, she's great, though. She's great. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, she does everything convincing.
Well, gosh, and you find out her backstory is... Fucked. I mean, awful. One, where was her mother?
They never say.
Yeah. And
I can only assume
two,
gone.
Her having then to live with her abusive uncle.
Sexually abusive uncle.
Yeah. Terrible.
And I wondered at the end if the cop noticed something because she's like, "Are you ready?
I think she told the cop.
I think so too.
She looked like
that was never.
I can't remember if she was crying or about to cry, but like she had tears like welling up.
Yeah.
And she hesitated, and the cop kind of had that look like, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
I think it was one of the things where she just she's been dealing with that. I don't want to call it a demon, but with that past or present.
Well, yeah.
That horrible thing her whole life, and she just lived through this because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because James McAvoy spares her because he's like, "You're not pure. You
are pure because you've been damaged.
Yes,
like you've been through suffering. You've suffered."
Mm-hmm. He wants to kill the impure, who are those who have not suffered.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Because he sees suffering as a form of evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're an evolved being because you've felt something or you've been
out of your element.
Yeah.
You've experienced something.
Mm-hmm. And she's obviously experienced a lot, unfortunately. But it just, I wonder how he just walked away. Like, I wonder how long he was gone before she was found.
Oh, like the time period?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It looked like morning, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming it all, well, yeah, it all went down during the night, so I don't know, a few hours.
But
he had plenty of time to get away.
She was very good. The other two, I mean,
You can take them or leave them.
Yeah.
They're passable. They weren't a shadow of her.
They didn't really have much screen time, really, and
No.
they didn't really do any backstory on them. I guess it's just, they're just...
From what I could tell, is they were two popular girls and an art. One of them, it was their birthday, and she had to invite her because she's like, I didn't want her to be socially ridiculed. And her dad even said, well, that's good for you because you thought above being just that girl,
right?
Inviting who you wanted. And even though you kind of did you only did it because of this, it's still better that you did it. And then the other girl was her best friend, and they just got stuck together. So those two had been being stalked, as they said, though, and she just happened to be with them because her uncle's vehicle broke down, so she wasn't able to get picked up, which, looking back now, not knowing that at the time, what was going on, I think she lied so she could just walk home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she should have just taken the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, the moral of the story is don't ever offer anyone a ride.
or okay, so you take the bus, but you have to go back home to Uncle afterwards.
Right.
Having been through this experience, did she tell the cops?
Well, that's a good question, because I was going to ask McAvoy, when, the end of the movie, the confrontation, like the big showdown, where he sees that she's been self-harming, has all these scars, and he has this look, like, kind of disappointed, but proud at the same time. And he goes, you're different. Like, you're not impure.
He's like, rejoice.
He said, your heart, yeah, like, rejoice. Be proud of what you are. Do you think that might have inspired her to tell the cop?
I think, yeah. I think just the whole event, period.
Right.
Because I feel like she was a prisoner then, and she's felt like a prisoner since she was, 4 or 5 or however old you are, seeing her in those flashbacks.
So then my question would be, would you call McAvoy a true villain? Because I think he helped her.
Yeah, but he still did murder 3 other people. I mean, you could
Innocent
get into
people.
Right.
You could get into the same thing with Jigsaw. Is he actually a bad guy? Because he did actually save a few people.
He didn't kill anybody. He didn't.
Well, I think kidnapping and setting up precarious, dangerous traps that are damn near unescapable is... I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
He gave them the tools to save themselves.
I feel
but
like...
he also...
I'm in a court of law, yes.
Okay, I was going to say, I was picturing it, and I'm like, I feel like I would be in a cop car.
You're like, well, I technically didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, he fucking did it to himself.
Like, he soaked the guy in kerosene, and he had to use a candle to, look around the room to find a combination.
Maybe he's a massage therapist.
He didn't light the candle, but he did soak the guy in kerosene, and he wasn't going to give him food or water. So had the guy done nothing, he was starved to death and died.
Okay, but that guy was a rapist, though.
They never starve to death, though, do they?
No.
Exactly.
That we're aware of. There could have been, a Saw 3.5, and, it shows the ones that they didn't get to because Jigsaw died, so people are just sitting there.
If they make a Saw 3.5, are you going to the theater to watch that?
No.
I'll fucking watch that.
You fucking miserable bastard.
Well, they are making Saw 8 now.
What?
So that's what I heard.
No.
I thought 7 was supposed... It's literally called The Final Chapter.
Did that motherfucker not die 40 years ago?
He died in 3.
He died in 3. Spoilers.
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
We're already in a spoiler section.
If you're watching Saw for the plot, you're fucking doing it wrong.
Wait, what are you supposed to be watching it for, then?
It's torture porn.
Nah, I watch it for the plot.
That's the genre.
I watch it for the plot.
By the way, that's not a weird
I
thing.
know.
Okay.
Because that Eli Roth in Hostel was torture porn.
Eli Roth is dead to me.
Why is that?
Green
Oh,
and
yeah. No, that's a good reason for him to be dead. But he's the bear Jew. Doesn't matter.
Don't watch that fucking movie.
No, but I watched Saw for the plot. I did.
That's unfortunate.
Well, they were integral. I wanted to see what happened to Jigsaw and like all of his like wants and his thoughts and ideas. And also I had to see how it unfolded, who was actually the mastermind after Jigsaw. Mm-hmm. So
I heard the answer to that. It was very upsetting.
Actually, I liked it. I thought it worked out pretty well.
I'm super dissatisfied.
Well, you didn't actually watch them.
Well,
so
you claim if I watch it, it'll change my opinion.
Maybe.
I have to watch it in order to have an opinion?
Yeah,
you're probably right. Pure of heart. How do we even begin to unpack that? Do you think that suffering makes you...
We kind of had the discussion
We kind of have this discussion a lot.
What movie? It wasn't with Pure of Heart, but like, what was the movie we talked about? Like, where we end up on the discussion of marrying like the first person you ever date.
Oh, that would have been Stretch.
Okay,
I'm talking about the times that we've talked about like suffering, building character.
Well, we mentioned like during Stretch, like if you don't suffer in like a relationship or you don't know what heartbreak is, then you don't
know yourself.
Yeah. So that's kind of, you can say the same thing with this, is if you've never like suffered or had something bad happen or, you know, had to deal with, you know, fighting uphill,
then you're a wasted experience.
Then you don't know what you're made of when push comes to shove. Or what you could be made of.
So he's getting rid of all the fake people.
You could say that, yeah. But
I kind of agree.
But does he know...
This is an agenda I can get behind.
But does he know they're all fake? Like, he stalked these two girls for, like, a month. But...
I thought it was, like, 4 days.
4 days? Shit. Well, how's he know in those 4 days, like...
It's like, I've been working too hard.
Yeah. No. How's he know they didn't have something happen, like, the month before that they had to overcome?
Well, he doesn't.
He didn't know that about Casey, either.
Well, he never had a... You know... It had never... Nothing came up.
Yeah.
It's one of those... It's kind of a classic superhero, like, weakness. Like, it sprung up, and you don't know... You know, I wouldn't call it a weakness, either, because he didn't... I don't know. Is that his weakness? Is that what you're supposed to take away from it?
It's that he doesn't know who actually is impure?
Well, no. The weakness would be that he won't harm anyone that he views as... Pure. So, like, if, you know, him and Bruce Willis come to blows or whatever, and he finds out that Willis isn't, you know, impure, then that's going to be an interesting movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't... I forget since it's been so long. I don't know if... I don't really want to spoil it for Ty either, because I know he hasn't seen it. But didn't he experience some sort of loss or something throughout that movie?
Honestly, I don't remember. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it since 2000.
Let's not... I would say let's not ruin it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I just threw that out there as an example.
But no,
I spoiled it. Well, they should know. But if they're
we're
hearing
in
us.
a spoiler section.
Good.
I mean, I think it will be interesting, nonetheless.
Right. Good characters, though. Like,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, The Happening, like, what? Like, you look at some of his movies and you're like, you have such good characters. Why the fuck did you, like, do nothing with this? Like, what happened? But, I don't know. McAvoy's fleshed out. Like, I dig it. Like, that Glass movie, I'm excited about.
I'm just glad that you can see someone return to form like this. Like, it is possible to come back.
Well, I mean, we saw it with Ben Affleck. I mean, he did all those terrible movies where he just was acting. He was just whatever. And then I think he took 2 or 3 years off after Jiggly or whatever. He didn't, or he did like one movie in that time.
Jiggly.
You mean Geely?
Whatever.
Jiggly.
Want to watch that thing or Jiggly?
Yeah, I know that's how people pronounced it, I bet you.
That's fucking...
Jiggly.
I'd be laughing at the theater when they asked for that ticket. I got 2 for Jiggly. This isn't a fucking porno house.
It's about a strip club, right?
Buongiorno. Fucking jiggly. All right, I get what you're trying to say, but let's be honest. Affleck had not been great. He's becoming great. But what did he do early on in his? I guess
Dazed and Confused.
Good Will Hunting.
Fuck you.
The exception to the rule.
Well, Good Will Hunting is after Mallrats, right?
No, I think it was before Mallrats. You might want to look that. What year was Mallrats?
Mallrats is like 94, 95.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, I thought it was like 98. Well, then yeah, it's probably. It was
actually no. Clerks was 93.
Mallrats is 95.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting, I think, is 96 or 97.
Good Will Hunting's 97.
So yeah, and then he had Dogma, but
needless to say, he had not been on. I mean, we're talking about the.
He
Sixth
did
Sense.
have an Oscar in 97.
Okay. And he worked before 97.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't get off on a high note. The Sixth Sense was fucking crazy. Like, he came out super strong and followed it up with 2 movies that were on a high level. Maybe not as good.
Well, I mean, Sixth Sense is just one of those films. How do you redo that?
That blew everyone away when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean redo it?
Like, how do you match something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying Affleck's been building. We're talking about a guy that came out on top and then destroyed himself.
I think Affleck was a guy who started out low, kind of moved up with Good Will Hunting, kind of kept it stable with 1 or 2 other films, and then kind of teetered off to then meteoric rise.
Okay, but if we were comparing graphs,
yes,
they would be different.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Affleck
what about Robert
like,
Downey Jr.?
Why are we we're going to compare every fucking actor now?
I'm just trying to look for an example. You shot mine down, so I'm bringing out another.
I don't know Downey's career as well as Affleck. He spent a lot of it in jail, right?
Yes, he ended up on Alan McBeal because
it's probably really scattered, and then Iron Man right up here. And then probably stays...
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yeah, that was before Iron Man.
That was after Iron Man.
Oh yeah, you're right, that was after.
No, it wasn't.
No, you
just disagree with everything I say, and then
I'm right.
And then find out you're wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. What do we think about Split? You fucking cunt.
Jeez.
No, you're wrong. Just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about. Years. Movies.
I hate you.
I hate you too. You wanna fuck?
Yeah, why not?
On the
hate it out.
entertainment scale, I give it a 2 out of 10.
What, the fucking?
Yeah.
Wow, that was quick. Let me clean myself up. A little spitter here.
Oh.
Spitter.
Spitter.
Yeah, he's got that pressure washing dick.
I think I meant to say sputter, but that doesn't make much more sense.
DiGiorno.
Oh, spittle.
Yes.
Wait.
Spittle.
That's not much better.
It is a little bit better.
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
What'd you say?
I said you spitter because you pressure wash your dick.
Oh, yeah. It's a hard blast. Hope you got a strong colon.
That's the tagline for Jake's movie.
If you're ever constipated, give me a call. We'll get your pipes cleaned right out.
It's like a Zack and Miri moment.
The imagery is horrifying.
You're like a bidet.
Might actually vomit. Yeah, a bidet. It's like a bidet, but he puts his penis inside you.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Wait.
Because you're so aroused?
No. I'm going to be sleeping with my back down.
Drew's on Amazon jerking into pictures of bidets. He probably feels just like this. Oh my god. Do we want to talk about Split? You remember we do a movie review podcast?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about your movie.
Not a butt fuck with a pressure washer podcast. Oh, jeez.
Better movie?
Better movie? I'm sure there's a small demographic.
I would think so.
Holy shit.
Is that how Superman pees?
I don't know.
I think I brought this up last week.
Oh, shit.
My God. So Split.
Yeah, it's
What
an
about it?
amazing movie.
The acting is great. The directing is very good.
Mm-hmm. I love the set.
Yeah.
That just down in like this bunker and old pipe shafts and everything, and it's so secluded, and you're like, yeah, these girls are screwed.
Right. No one would ever find you.
I always thought, like, whenever they started showing, like, kind of like not the landscape, but like the overall schematics and of all the rooms and everything, I'm like, where in the hell does this guy get this much space to do this?
Mm-hmm.
And you do realize, like, when the doctor gets dropped off by the cab there, he's the cabbie says, you don't want to get dropped off here, this is closed, like this isn't open anymore. So you're like, so it's some sort of abandoned place. And
Well, I just assumed it was closed for the night.
Oh, see, you knew what it was.
Right.
And they had these industrial gates, like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely keeps you guessing until the very end. And then the reveal is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, taking you through it and seeing, like, because of, what McAvoy turns into, it's like a good juxtaposition or some other bullshit word.
Well, and his doctor keeps... whenever they meet, she'd always talk about his job and what he does, and oh, you've been receiving accommodations for doing great work, and people haven't seen stuff like this before from you, and then she mentioned some incident where girls come up and mess with him, and he took it in stride. I guess he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, 2 teenage girls on a field trip, like, made him feel their breasts. So,
What a terrible prank.
well, they're underage, so yes.
I withdraw my comment.
For Dennis, like, that's pretty...
It's pretty fucked.
It is.
Considering the history.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy has some mother issues. You want to talk about Norman Bates?
I would argue Norman Bates might be a little worse.
Yes, probably, but this guy literally has a beast for a personality.
Mm-hmm.
So who might be worse?
Well, he's not dressing like his mother. Unless his mother's named Patricia and was British.
It could be. Well,
Was she British?
No, but I mean, you could fostered kind of a mother type persona.
Right.
It could be around that, inspired by it.
Like, there's
maybe?
a point where they mention that the Beast has been waiting at the train tracks because his dad left on a train. It's like, is the Beast because of his dad? Like,
Which
we don't really know.
We know why the Beast is.
You know what created the Beast?
Well, not specifically what created the Beast, but what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the culmination of all the animals in the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you also know he got it from the train. Spoilers, I guess, for Unbreakable. His father was on the train that crashed.
What?
Yeah, that's what M. Night Shyamalan was trying to say. It was the train that crashed.
That's why he took the flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That just blew your mind.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because I was telling him that, like, both Bruce Willis and McAvoy, like, kind of go through their, like, realization of what they, like, the culmination, basically, due to a train incident.
Mm-hmm. But no, his father was on the train.
Interesting.
That's why he never came back.
Very interesting.
And that's why, like I said, Kevin was supposed to be a bigger part in Unbreakable, but they cut it. Shyamalan just didn't think it was right. He wanted to focus on the 2 leads. So this means I actually have to see Unbreakable finally. So
It's good.
You should have watched it by now.
I kept forgetting about it.
16 years of forgetting.
Yeah, I literally, no one ever talked about Unbreakable to me. No one.
Really?
No. No one ever mentioned it to me.
He did grow up in a small town.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we aren't cultured.
Yeah.
Wait, are you agreeing with me or disagreeing?
I'm just saying, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got another pro.
Okay.
The score.
Mm.
Music for this movie is fucking...
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
It does bring some suspense. And then, like, even at the end when she's, like, being rescued, there's, like, it's very uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as she's walking through the zoo and you hear the tigers rambling through the top and everything. And
it's got an emotional punch to it, I think.
It was, gosh dang it. The composer had been on something recent. The cinematographer for this film did It Follows. Thought you would enjoy that.
Why do you have to tell me that?
It's the cinematographer. It's not the director
Yeah.
or the
I
writer.
was gonna say,
or...
I heard you say It Follows was a beautiful film. Just
Those words never came out of my mouth.
I thought you said
You
it
said
looked
like the shots look good. Maybe
Yeah.
that's
It's shot fine. That's the nicest thing I can
that's
say
high
about
praise
It
coming from
Follows.
Jake.
Fuck that movie. It's a return to horror. If you're disappointed by horror, then yeah, it's a return to disappointment.
It's a return to
cocksucker.
horror.
Oh,
Sorry.
horror?
Horror.
Oh.
No, I mean, Split is beautifully shot. It's just the claustrophobic spaces give an element to the film. And I love how they're meticulous. Like, when she gets on that computer, you see 23 different journals.
Mm-hmm.
The
number of emails.
number of
shown every now and
emails
then.
that go to the professor, or, well, I think she's a professor, but to the doctor, is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Which are as many as minus the 3 that are the bad ones.
There's just some cool, like, wide shots. There's cool tracking shots. Like, there's a shot where one of the girls takes off down the really narrow hallway with the pipes running along the side, and it shoots all the way fucking down that hallway, and, like, it's jarring, and you feel like you're running, like, right behind her. But it's shot well.
Mm-hmm.
Just make better decisions in terms of who you work with, because It Follows sucks. But you shot it fine.
Either of you guys ever gone hunting?
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Because I think that's the only... I don't know why they... they build up the hunting sequences for how she might be able to defend herself with the shotgun. That's how she knew how to use it. Like, they also set up the terrible backstory with the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But they also set up her being able to defend herself with a rifle or gun. And how to use it properly. But at the same time, it really doesn't come to use. So I'm wondering if there was something I'm missing, or I'm looking too deeply for what maybe something else
Well,
M. Night.
she did use the shotgun.
Yes.
Effectively.
Just with that beast persona, he's more... Which I did like that each individual personality has its own traits and like can make the body do something different. I liked how they set that up with this. So like the beast is pretty much impenetrable. Like, yes, he can be chipped away at.
Right.
But like...
Just on the surface.
Yeah, the doctor stabbed him, broke the knife. She shoots him and it ripped away skin, but it didn't puncture.
Tis only flesh wound.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Python.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Jade has type 2 diabetes, like we talked about.
Changes the chemistry of your body.
Dennis needs glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The others don't. Not all of them, anyways.
And his therapist talks about interesting cases as well, like people that were blind that some of the personas could see.
Yeah, and so their retinas grew back.
Right. which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
it fits perfectly with the Unbreakable kind of vibe.
mm-hmm.
Was Bruce Willis like have split personalities in that as well, or
No.
Okay. I just was wondering, like, if they were the same or just in another aspect or not. But
No.
To the point where the human body evolves.
because of trauma.
See, that was me and Jake were having a discussion earlier, and we were trying to
Can't really remember.
figure it out. But
Possibly.
we said that maybe that in this universe, maybe evolution is triggered by some sort of suffering in some capacity, or suffering has
He
to
looks at me.
suffering has to occur. in
Guys,
some
I
sort of
just
capacity.
realized I'm the Antichrist. I can control time and space. Prepare for suffering.
Because I mean, like
Get those lead pipes out.
Yeah.
for McAvoy, he was tormented as a child, and he had to eat children in order to, I don't know, maintain that form or stay in that form, because that's what he feeds on.
Well, I don't think he just feeds on children. I think they just want those two because they would be easy prey.
Well, the beast.
The beast, I'm saying.
The beast
specifically.
required it. We don't know what would happen if he didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he throw out a number like, the next time might
It'd be 10.
Yeah, 10 or 13 or something. So I don't know the rules. All I know is you don't want to get captured.
Mm-hmm.
And he's eating them. I was pretty shocked when he was eating them.
When she opens up that door and you see
Yeah.
her stomach ripped open. Like, holy fuck.
And then he grabs the other one and pulls her like a tiger eating a fucking steak or something. Or a deer. Yeah, steak. I love it because he doesn't want to laugh. That's getting cut, by the way.
Yes.
It's getting cut fucking hard. There will be zero hesitation. There will be no phone call. Gun.
I love that you do this to yourself.
I know.
You make it harder for yourself.
Gives me something to look for. I won't lie to you. Sometimes I'm rendering one and I'm like, oh fuck, did I forget that? I have to stop rendering, go back and listen. And I'm like, yeah, no. It's gone. Just all the other horrible shit made it.
Probably like when you used to jerk off and you're like, wait, did I throw my tissues away?
What now?
I'm making a joke. You used to spank your monkey and you'd be like, wait, did I throw everything away? What, did you just do it in a sock? Why am I asking how you did it?
Yeah, I just did it into my hand and I threw it out the window.
Really?
Yeah.
You're Spider-Man and poor insects. You do. On the side of your house. Yeah!
So while we're on the topic, how did we all used to jerk off? What the fuck?
Well, number one, you clear your browser history.
Right?
What's that? You can do that?
Well, it's this thing now that the government can just look or pay for your internet history if they want it.
My congressman knows all the kinky shit I like.
Yes, yeah.
He
That's my
sees me come and
congressman.
he's like, oh, tell him I'm out. I don't want him touching my desk.
There's that Jake guy again.
Fucking weirdo.
I almost said your last name.
Yeah, don't do that.
They'll be able to find it easier.
Oh, yeah. Congressman's like, you never expect horses.
What?
But horses and cats?
I miss my donkey.
Cat's got a racing stripe. Here goes Drew's beer.
So wait, which one's the dominant, the cat or the horse?
Well, the cat's dead, so You never expect horses that are in a necrophilia. Wouldn't it get stuck on there? Because their cocks are so long? How scared would you be if you just drive by a field, you see a horse with a dead cat stuck on the end of its dick?
You might be getting a call from PETA later.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, Peter. Peter Parker. Stupid fucks.
Stupid jokes.
I like how entertained he is by it.
Yes. Or me or Drew.
Yeah, him.
It might have been the way you said it.
Calls us stupid, but he's crying laughing.
Oh.
It was just stupid. You're just like, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Alright, do we want to do scenes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go first. Shoot, man. I would probably say, my scene is the second time you're meeting with the therapist, the psychiatrist, and she gets him to come out as Dennis. And just that transformation from him faking Barry to becoming Dennis, it was great. It was great acting, facial expression by James McAvoy, and just like him believing the reason he exists is because of the psychiatrist. The reason he's doing what he's doing is because she has made it okay for him to do that. He feels, and he's like justifying all the wrongs he's doing by what she's been able to prove, and he's like, people are gonna believe in us now. And it's like, wow, that's a hell of a scene.
My favorite's got to be when the girl says Kevin Wendell Crumb, and he comes back for a minute, and you don't know what's going to happen when she says it, but he kind of just puts a towel on his shoulders and comes out, and he's still covered in blood because he's been the Beast running around doing horrific shit, and he sees the therapist dead on the floor, and he goes, "Did I do that?" She's like, "Yeah, you did that." And he says, "I was on a bus." Like, it's great acting. Like, he seems genuinely shocked at everything that's happened. Like, completely unaware of anything that's been going on. And he's like, "Is it still 2014? Like, I was on a bus." She's like, "No." And he goes, "Hey, I have a shotgun. I have shells down in my locker." He goes, just kill me. And
Please.
Yeah, please, kill me. It's sad. Like,
because he has to, if it was like June 6th, 2014,
right,
or something like that.
So he's been gone. But I can't imagine being in that situation. Like, you've been gone so long, and he's self-aware enough to know the damage he's doing, that he's just, it's kind of like a sacrifice. Like, hey, even though I'm level-headed, I obviously can't be trusted to not harm people, so just put me down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that scene really resonated.
I'd probably say my favorite scene was where the Beast actually comes back for the second time, after you get the whole scene with Kevin, and he comes out and says, "Kill me," and then you get to see all of the other personalities that Kevin's developed over time, and the Beast finally comes back and doesn't go away even after Kevin's name is mentioned again, and he's chasing her down this long hallway, and she's got this shotgun that she's loaded. He bites her. He bites the shit out of her calf. She runs away. And you just see this long looming shot of him standing in the background, and then he jumps up and he's skittering on the ceiling and knocking out all these light bulbs. Like, really fucking cool shot. And then you see him kind of drop down into the darkness and skitter off onto one of the over by one of the walls, and he has this really long monologue about how the impure have never experienced suffering, and they need to be I don't know, cleansed or wiped out. I don't remember exactly how he phrases it or something, but he's basically saying, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is the state of people now. And I just thought that was really cool, like the way the shots were set up for that, and kind of him laying out what he's going to do.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we go into reviews?
Ratings?
75% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 79% by users, 7.4 on IMDb, and 62 on Metacritic.
I think it seems low.
For Metacritic, I was a little shocked. With users, it doesn't surprise me, but because I bet you a lot of those are people who may have came on and been like rated poorly just because they're like they saw it was M. Night Shyamalan
right
attached. Because people will do that instead of actually seeing a film, they just shit on it.
Right, it's a hate bandwagon.
Mm-hmm. And it's easy to do, especially with his track record.
Right.
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got nothing else. You too?
Well, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, this is my first time seeing this. I need to see Unbreakable now, so I understand the full story before I see Glass. But it was very well done. I was intrigued seeing all these different personalities and McAvoy just killing it. And the scene at the end, which could have been my other scene, is when he's talking to the mirror and it cuts between two mirrors and you're hearing him like express like maybe 3 to 4 different voices or personalities, and he just knocked it out of the park with everything he did, his mannerisms, his actions, everything. Like it just seemed to have purpose with everything he was doing and why he was doing it. And M. Night did a great job with this film. The score, everything he seemed to touch was awesome. I had a great time watching it. It was a hell of a thriller. I'm glad it was requested. That was awesome. So, because I don't know when I saw this film, but it was a good one to watch. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
This is my second time seeing this, and yeah, it's just an all around great movie. Like I can't underestimate how excited I am to see M. Night actually come back. Relatively, speaking, he'd kind of fallen off. He wasn't just the quality of work had gone down, and I don't know what caused it. I don't know if he got full of himself. I don't know if it was a studio thing. I don't know if it was personal shit. But this movie puts me at ease. It makes me want to go see another M. Night Shyamalan movie. That being said, I think McAvoy, watch this movie for McAvoy. If you're a fan of McAvoy, you're going to love it. If you're a fan of just great method acting, people that get really into the role, this is going to fucking blow your mind. Like, it's mesmerizing. You can't look away when McAvoy's on the screen. It doesn't matter what character, what persona, he is magnetic. He was perfect for this role. I can't praise it enough. I think the main girl is fantastic as well. I don't know her name. I probably should. Check out the Vavitch if you want to see more of her. But she's very promising. I'm also very excited for her career because she seems to have very good range as well. And she's young, so she's only going to hone it. And her name is Anya Taylor-Joy. Thank you, Ty. But to be so young and to show so much promise is exciting because that's someone that you can turn to and trust that they're gonna have a certain quality to everything they do because they appreciate the craft. Like they want to do the best they can, and that's good to see. There's lazy actors. Hugh Grant's a lazy fucking actor. He's the same fucking guy in everything.
Johnny Depp has kind of became lazy.
Depp's gotten lazy. Depp used to be fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
but he can get a check now without trying. So why would he? It's the Sandler thing basically.
Oh gosh, talk about lazy actors.
No shit. But the score too. Like I know we didn't really dwell on it too much, but I really really enjoyed the music for this movie. There's not a ton of music in it, but like when you hear it, it works thematically. Like it pulls you into whatever emotion they're trying to get at. But it's a good fucking movie. Like there's depth. There's a lot of themes going on in terms of suffering. Like you could have long conversations about the philosophy behind this, but I'm rambling at this point. uh I give it a 9.5. I think it's super entertaining. Check it out.
This is my first time seeing this. Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm glad that Shyamalan's back, doing good stuff again. I'm excited for future projects, but I probably won't run out and see it opening day. I'll probably wait for some feedback because I've just been burned too many times. That's neither here nor there. This movie. What can you say about it, man? McAvoy delivers. He straight up delivers, man. Like, just a phenomenal actor. I really hadn't seen him in anything other than Lion, Witch of the Wardrobe, and X-Men. That was all I'd really seen of him.
Wanted.
Oh yeah, I guess I did see him in Wanted too. I guess I just didn't remember that he was in it. This dude has got range, like range that I didn't even know he had. And so that makes me excited for anything else he could possibly be in. Like, the caliber of actor you're getting with him now. That being said, I think it was well directed, well put together. The chick's great. I love the shots in this movie. Great story. Like, I don't know if we really mentioned that before, but Shyamalan has the ability to take something and take a story and make it special.
Mm-hmm. He also has a chance to take a story and make it shit.
Exactly. He's very good at marketing his stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with that completely.
Great hype man.
Yes. Yeah. So he's able to get the butts in the seats. I'm glad people went to this one and were entertained by it. Definitely go out and give it a look. It's definitely worth it. 8.7.
The only question I have is, Jake, how is it rewatchability wise? Like The Sixth Sense, kind of, once like you want to watch it a second time to be like, oh, was it kind of like, did you actually notice that stuff? And you do, like the second time you're like, oh shit, how did I miss it? He was a ghost. But like then the third, fourth time you're kind of like, okay, whatever. So like, how's the rewatchability with Split?
It's good. There are little intricacies here and there that kind of foreshadow what's going on, but like, it's crazy the first time you watch it. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that they have been abducted, but like, everything's kind of slowly being revealed. Like, the characters are being revealed, but they're dropping little things here and there to kind of let you know what's going to be going down. But it's still a great ride. Like, I think McAvoy's strong performance is going to keep it really high in terms of like rewatchability.
Okay, just thought I'd ask. So, but all right, I don't have anything else. We got iTunes, YouTube, Libsyn, Facebook, Twitter, email. Any shout outs this week? No? Yes? Possibly?
Who requested this?
Oh, a fan named Jordan, one of my friends. I knew he commented on the page and we were like, yeah, we'll get it. As soon as it came out on DVD, it was my turn. I said I'd do it. So, but it was nice. He reached out on the page. So,
yeah. Thanks for the request.
Yeah. So, anything else from you guys? Like, share, subscribe. We enjoy new people. We enjoy talking to new people.
He sounds so excited.
We enjoy talking to new people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Better. It'll hit you like a train. That gave me cancer.
It gave me cancer to
I'm
write
sorry.
it. Just make fun of me.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible. I'll admit it. I'll try harder.
You're a regular Edgar Allan Poe.
As in, like,
You inspire me to want to kill myself.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say to hide the body and the heart underneath the floorboards.
Mm.
Well, all right, that'll do it for this week.
It's Jake's week next
Oh
week.
yeah, that's
What are you
right. Thank
picking?
you.
Requiem for a Dream.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Positive.
Yeah, you're not going to like me for
It's
this.
Contact.
Not
It's
Contact. No. Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
It is not an uplifting movie.
I
If you thought Train Spotting was hard to watch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Is
about.
Jared Leto gonna be dressed up as the Joker from Suicide Squad?
No.
Okay, then I'll probably like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you guys see how the Joker looks in Injustice 2?
Yeah, it gave me cancer.
Oh my gosh, it looks like shit.
Yet it still sounds like Hamill, kind of. Why?
I don't know.
I really hope it's not Mark Hamill.
I think he retired. So he said the Killing Joke would be the last one he was going to do. So, but all right, I think that'll do it for this week now. Look forward to Requiem for a Dream. All right, I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
Bye.